Hello everybody and welcome back to a series that you have not seen in a long time. This is Retro Lore, and I figured what a great way to bring this series back than to explore one of the very few awesome quest chains that is lore-rific and pretty fun actually, from Burning Crusade, which in my opinion did not have that many. So this one also was coinciding with the 6.2 Garrison Campaign, which if you're like me and you have been playing it every single week, the finale to that is this week, and it ties right into the quest chain we're going to be doing today, because the entire quest chain in 6.2 is basically a gigantic, just love note to this quest chain from Burning Crusade, and you'll see what I mean after you play it, and also after you watch this. So, I'm recording this on Tuesday, the day that 6.2 finale actually comes out, but it won't be out until tomorrow, so those of you like me who are dedicated to doing the story will have a chance to have done it without me spoiling it for you. So, this quest has to do with the Cipher of Damnation, which if you've done the Garrison Campaign, you know the finale was Gul'dan finding the Cipher of Damnation, and if you've been paying attention the entire 6.2 Garrison Campaign, he was looking for it, basically since that started. And he finally finds it, but it's all a giant callback to the Cipher of Damnation quest chain we're going to do right now. So, to begin, if you are... This is a level 70 quest, by the way, so you might want to do it at level 70, because it is quite hard. The last boss of the quest chain is Elite still, I think. So, I chose a character closest to 70 while being over level 70, which is my Hunter at 82. So, if you are Alliance, the quest starts from Earthmender Sulfurus here at the Wildhammer Stronghold. If you're Horde, it starts from... If it's not the same guy, then it's another one of the Earth and Ring guys at the base in Shadow Moon Valley. So,
leave.
The first quest is called The Hand of Gul'dan. The elements need your help, Draenei. Shadow Moon Valley has been subject to unspeakable evils. The spirits remain tortured to this day. Many are enraged and unwilling to commune with the Earth and Ring. Help heal this world, friend. Directly northeast of Wildhammer Stronghold, you will find an area known as the Altar of Damnation. Make your way there and speak with Earthmender Torlok. So, yeah. So this quest chain is very, very much steeped in lore of the Warcraft universe, and like I said, one of the few that actually does so in Burning Crusade. The Cipher of Damnation is famously, in the lore, used to have raised the giant mountain in the middle of the area, which you can see right there, called the Hand of Gul'dan. And Gul'dan basically did this both to show his power with fel magic and to try and cut the orc spirits off from their connection with the elements. And doing something so horrific as defiling the land itself with this much fel energy It kind of did cut them off from the elements, almost exclusively. So here we go.
What do you need?
It's good that you came, Draenei. We have much work to do.
Strength.
Enraged spirits of fire and earth, we must try and make amends. We must commune with the elements of this region and see if anything can be done. I grant you Totem of Spirits, Draenei. If you slay an enraged elemental in close proximity to the totem, it will consume the elemental's soul. You must use the totem to consume many souls before you return to me. Do this for the spirits of fire and earth. Return to me when the totem is full.
For the Horde.
So, here's Gul'dan right here. I really wish they would switch him out to his Warlord's model, because it is so much cooler. But this is kind of an echo of the past when he actually raises the hand here. And, yeah, it's definitely freaking sweet. And if you have never been in Shadow Moon Valley, because, I don't know, maybe you started in, like, Cataclysm or Wrath or something, if you come here and you stay here long enough, you'll see these spirits of the past. There's a little scene where they'll be like, here we go right here. Some people are like, tear the land asunder, Gul'dan, sever the ties. And then eventually you'll see other people being like, no, Gul'dan, you've doomed us forever. It's just, there's no voice acting or anything, but it's just kind of a little cool. Since we never saw that event occur, even though in 6.2 Gul'dan tries to do it, but he gets stopped by the player, it's just cool to sit around there and just watch it for a little bit. So yeah, I have to kill and capture 8 fire and earth souls, which I'm not going to make you watch, but because nothing really happens, it's basically just grinding. So I will speed through that and see you when I have finished. Okay, we have completed the quest. Let's turn it in right here to Oronok. I fear this land may be without hope, but we did it. When all of the elemental souls inside of this region have been placed in the totem, we will commune with them and find out if anything can be done for Shadowmoon Valley. Enraged spirits of water, the Illidari Naga of the region have taken control of the only clean water supply that exists in Shadowmoon Valley. Directly north of here, you will find the lair of the Naga Coilscar. Around Coilscar are pockets of agitated water that howl to the land in anguish. It is at those pockets that the enraged spirits of water now wander. Travel to Coilscar and use the totem to capture the water souls.
Go forth to victory.
Alright, so we're here at Coilscar. Sorry, I had to cut there for a second. I had a little glitch go on. But yeah, so we're here at Coilscar. We need to do basically the same thing. What I was trying to say, and I'm not going to fast forward this because I only need 3. What I was trying to say is this quest chain really starts out basically with you trying to help the elements of Draenor figure out what's going on. I can't believe I didn't get that one from there. Oh well. Trying to figure out how you can help Shadowmoon Valley because it's really... Shadowmoon Valley, outside of Netherstorm, is so completely screwed from what it used to be. Let's try and lure this guy over here. That is the initial goal, but as you're going to see when we get there, shenanigans abound once we find out that some things are going on that may be bigger than just trying to help the elements. So we just need 2 more spirits, and I can see 2 right here. Let's kill this fool. Kaboom. And this one. So there's our 5. And as you could probably guess, since we did water, earth, and fire, or water, wind, and... Wait, did we do... No, we did water, earth, and fire already. We're going to have to do wind because, you know, it's an old Burning Crusade quest. It's one of those things where rather than just have you do all of them at once or send you from one place to another with the automatic quest system that they added, you have to go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. But yeah, so like I was explaining, this is one of the few quests I think BC actually did well. Another one is the one in Netherstorm, which I might do at some point, covering Archmage of Argoth, who gets stuck there by Kael'thas. It's kind of a joke at this point now, but the initial quest chain I actually thought was really cool. Because now they just make it like a joke out of it. You can get him as a follower in Warlords of Draenor, and you know. But if the initial quest chain was actually really quite serious. So here we are. We're back.
Loktar.
Whenever you find Naga, you will almost always find tortured water spirits. I wonder why. Only air remains. What a surprise! Enraged spirits of air. Venture southeast, hero. When you see gigantic blue crystals jutting out of the land, you will have reached your destination. It is there at Netherwing Fields that you will find enraged spirits of air. They roam the cliffs and mountain bases that surround the fields, destroy their tortured forms, and capture their souls with the totem of spirits.
May your blades never know.
So, but we're basically doing this, if you didn't catch it, to try and summon the elemental spirit. What do you want to call them? They're like the elemental furies. I mean, they are the elemental furies. If you guys did Nagrand in Warlords, you see the elemental furies, and we're going to be communing with those same elemental furies. Although they look different, and they are different, because that Draenor had not blown up yet, and this one did. So, I guess that makes sense, if that's their excuse, which they haven't said, but I just assume that's what happens. So we're almost there. It's where the Netherwings are. And we need to get 10 spirits of air. So I'm going to do that right now. Okay, we are back. Let's turn this in. Ooh, someone actually is doing that same quest. Soon we will speak with the spirits. Allow me to reward you for undertaking such a task. Now you must get to work. Please stand back so I may place the totem and unleash the souls. Let's just take whatever.
Be safe.
So here we go. Oronok Tornheart. And if you guys did the well, let's let this scene happen first. So here, Torlok is going to summon the spirits. Why have you captured us? What does it hope you gain from this? Torlok bows. We wish to help you, spirit. We seek your wisdom. Wisdom, it is your people that caused the insufferable wrath of Kriok. Why should we help you? This world is ruined, destroyed. Torlok nods. You are right, Spirit. It was my people that did this to you. Allow us to make it right. Please tell us, who or what is Sirach? Fool, Sirach the Fire Lord. When the tie was severed, Sirach awoke. It is the tears of Sirach that fills this land with molten rock. The Fire Lord, an elemental lord, was unearthed? Of course, Gul'dan, you are a damned fool. He is insane now, driven mad during the shattering. There is no rest for the elements. There must be a way. Yes, a way. Destroy Sirach. Destroy an elemental lord. Dun dun dun. Do not doubt my comrades and I, Spirit, to tell us how to conjure the Fire Lord. My allies will destroy him. You must utter the words. Yes, yes, the words of damnation, the words spoken by the Dark One, your master. Yes, Gul'dan. We will find these words, we will summon your master, and we will destroy him. Talk, more talk. Now release us, mortal. Torlok nods. And there they go. Captain Planet. And away they go. Alright. Now to recover the lost words. And can you guess what those words were?
Graw.
Might have been the Cipher of Damnation. Oronok Tornheart, I do not know how we can acquire the spell the spirits mentioned. Truth be told, I don't even know where we would start such a search. Torlok stares off in the distance, lost in thought. It is a long shot, but that might be our only chance. There is an orc that I have seen visit this area once before. I spoke to him briefly. He is a hermit that claims to live above Coilscar's cistern to the northeast. Seek out this orc, Oronok Tornheart. As I said, it is a long shot.
Go forth to victory.
And if you guys have played the Garrison Campaign finale, you know that Oronok Tornheart was a warlock who once was a buddy-buddy with Gul'dan. And if you played that quest chain, you know that he felt guilty about what Gul'dan was trying to do, and he sought to stop him, just like he will help us now, which is cool. Yeah, Shadow Moon Valley actually has quite a lot of the admittedly limited number of really cool lore quest chains that is in BC. Netherstorm has one or two, and I think that's really it. Nagrand has like one that I think is pretty interesting, and it's the Oshigun one, which I think is nice. But Shadow Moon Valley definitely has the most. It has this one. It has the Akama and Maiev one that I have actually already done on Retro Lore, which you can see if you want by clicking one of the links at the end of this video on the end slate. It'll take you to my Retro Lore playlist. It also has the Terran Gorefiend one, which happens in Shadow Moon Valley. So here's Oronok. Words of damnation? Never heard of 'em. Take my advice, let the dead rest. But since you've already come all this way, I could use some help with a few other matters. What do you say? I was a lot of things. I've been a lot of things, stranger, but what I once was isn't what's important. What I am now is what matters, and what I am now is a farmer. I used trained fellbores to dig up tubers from the hardened earth from the shattered plains. Basically, he wants us to grab some tubers with the help of his boars. And basically, this quest chain, while it's not really important, the purpose is to, as you're going to see, gain the trust of Oronok. And so he knows that we're not looking for the Cipher of Damnation for nefarious reasons. So basically, for each tuber here, I need to summon a boar. I forgot how this actually works. If there's one nearby... Oh, there has to be one near it. That's right. I remember this quest chain now. It's exceedingly frustrating because if there are no boars around, and the boars get killed by these stupid flares, if there are no boars around, you basically just have to wait for them to respawn. And this is definitely a terrible mechanic that I'm glad did not continue in BC. So I'm actually just going to cut this whole part out because I have no idea how long this is going to take me. But I will definitely let you know when I come back and finish it. So, yeah, time for more fun of waiting. Alright, so I've completed that. Now let's talk to Oronok again. He says, give me those tubers. I did that. A lot more flares than you expected. Looks like it's time to take out the trash. And so now we're going to have to do one more quest for him, which is destroy 10 eggs. The story of that doesn't matter. He's basically like, oh no, flares are bad, so we got to kill 10 eggs. And then he will spill the goods. It took me about 20 minutes to complete that other quest. But I took a break in between, so if you're looking at the time up here, it's radically different. So yeah, I'm just going to kill 10 eggs, and then we're going to get the whole gist of the story. And I think that'll be it for this episode, because we're going to hear a pretty lengthy tale after we complete this. And plus, I want to do all of the next 3 parts in the video next time, because they're pretty long, and I feel like all 3 of them should be done in one video. So we're just going to destroy these eggs. I'm not going to really cut this out. It's not that important or long. We're already at 5. Like I said, it makes this much easier if you're above level 70, because you won't aggro anything, which is great. So we're at 7. It might seem like a slow start, but I think the ending is, once you get going, I think it pays off for the beginning to be slow. Because once again, you start out being like, hey, the elements are screwed up. Why is that happening? And then you go to find out, and like all of this other crazy stuff is going on. And I think it makes it better in a way. I don't know. It's my opinion. Okay, there's 10. Let's go to Oronok and see what he has to say. Alright, so we're back at Oronok. We turned the quest in, and he basically said, hey, I have to tell you a story. And here's what he says. The words you seek have a name. They are known as the Cipher of Damnation. The words uttered by Gul'dan himself to shatter this land. The very spell that severed the last remaining tie the orcs had with the elements of Draenor. Oronok nods. Aye, it is the cipher that you must reconstruct, and ultimately, the words of the cipher that you must call. How do I find it? The Cipher of Damnation was kept in Gul'dan's private quarters inside Karabor for 20 years. Ah, that's right. You have no idea what Karabor is, do you? The Black Temple. Ah, now home to Illidan's Stormrage. When Illidan took control of the Black Temple, he discovered the cipher. He recognized that the damage to this world had already been done, but thought it wise to keep the cipher secure for later use, once again showing that Illidan was not a villain and his role as the expansion boss made no sense. How do you know all of this? When you stand at the altar of damnation and see the spirits of the damned kneeling in prayer, what you do not see is me, standing next to Gul'dan. Oronok nods. I told you I was a lot of things, did I not? One of those things was a lieutenant of Gul'dan. I have done many terrible things in my life. I have slaughtered man, woman, and child alike, danced in the blood of innocent Draenei. Yet, Oronok chokes on his words. Yet what? What is it, Oronok? I will never forget that day, Draenei. Never. Even though I had long since abandoned shamanism in favor of shadow magic, I felt the cut. A sense of loss so profound, I could not explain it to you with mere words. When the tie to the elements was severed, all orcs on Draenor changed. If there was ever any doubt in the power of the shadows, it was washed away with the cresting of molten lava over the shattered earth. Continue, please. A wave of sickness rushed over me. After the ritual was over, I ran home to my children. I gathered what belongings I could carry in my arms and left with my boys. We ran to the hills and hid. There was really no other option. Not a day goes by that I don't think of the cut. It has taken 20 years to reconnect with the elements. It has taken 20 years for the elements to even begin to heal. So where is the cipher now, and your boys? As I said, the cipher was found by Illidan when he took over the Black Temple. He divided the tome into 3 parts and charged their care to his minions, my boys. My boys are grown now. When I got word of what Illidan had done with the cipher, I sent my boys to recover the pieces. You must find my boys. You must find them and recover the Cipher of Damnation. I will. And there we go. Do you understand what must be done? Find the sons of Oronok. Find my boys. And there we go. We now have a quest to find each of his children. That's where we're going to end it here on kind of a cliffhanger. But next time we're going to do all 3 of those quests and find all 3 of his kids and recover and reconstruct the Cipher of Damnation. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this retro lore. I certainly think it's one of the cooler quest chains in Burning Crusade, but I'll leave it up to you. What do you think? But until then, I'll see you guys next time for part 2. And until then, stay awesome and farewell.